Today, taking apart more stuff for the van. I got the little partition board out, plywood, whatever you can call it. It was terrible. Found some old rags, completely torn to pieces because they're so old. I brought the drill today, so I don't gotta take all these screws out with a screwdriver by hand. And only got about 20 minutes a day to work on it before I go to the shop, but I'm gonna try to take all those bolts out, all those screws out, at least on a smaller side, and get this out, and this house plug-ins that we got right here too, take those out. I'll be running solar power eventually, so I don't want to have those in there. I have some other nicer looking plug-ins than that. Let's see how far I can get. That came out. Not so easy, but it came out. Super nasty. Some really old carpet. I don't have my shop vac here because I'm driving my BMW to the shop every day, but most definitely gonna have to take the truck tomorrow or swap my wife so I can get the shop vac, because ain't no way I can sweep all this out. Plus my broom got wet in the rain because I left it outside. So shoot. But that was the last of the old wall. See if I can get all of these out. and that whatever the hell. We used to be a paint van, so I guess that held paint cans back in the day, and all these hooks held stuff. I really can't explain what they held, but they held something. And get all this old nasty window tint off. I tinted the back 2 windows when I was practicing for tint at my shop. Come to find out, I did those because they were easy, but I suck at the window tint, so I won't be doing these large ones. And they'll probably be covered. This one might stay, but this one right here may be covered with wood furniture that we make. And this one right here probably most definitely will. It's gonna be like a table here and refrigerator right here, and in the very back part is going to be a bed. Make it 2-person camper so we can take quick trips to Gatlinburg or camping trips, and just me and my wife, so we don't got to pay for hotels or Airbnb. And what's more fun than a old van with the Ford 302 low miles and a big thumper cam. It's upside down, but you can see thumper cam, timing chain, new gasket set. In my shop I got the brand new Jegs intake manifold for that, and a new Holley carburetor. New starter sitting on top already, but that is a old 2-barrel that we will not be using anymore. Let's see, show you guys. Super gross, but still clean, still new, nice and shiny. It leaks like crazy from the, well, you can see right there, it leaks right out. As soon as you pump the gas to get gas, as soon as you pump the gas to get it going, it starts to leaking, which of course is super sketchy with the motor being right next to you as you drive. So hopefully we can get all that fixed. I got stuff in my beard. It does have 3 AC, which is kind of rare. High output heat. All this stuff. I got new glass for the gauges. Of course I'm gonna do some metal work and fix the Swiss cheese down here. But my biggest problem is my windshield. As you can see, super faded around the edges. I live in Tennessee, so it's not likely for me to get a windshield for this van easily. And the gasket, a guy in California makes the gasket, but yeah, that's pretty expensive. So I'll try to make do what I can, try to seal it. It's not cracked or anything, it's just faded on the edges. It is old, so it leaks water, and a lot of places leak water, but the back of the van doesn't leak water. Nothing back here is wet, it's just dirty old carpet. So, well, that was today's 20 minutes. So let me see if I can get a little bit more done before I leave, and then start again tomorrow. I've been a person like cool old stuff, so this is why I bought the van. But I collect a bunch of old stuff. Some of the stuff I didn't collect, some of the stuff I just kind of acquired because we moved here, but it's cool old stuff. These are Mustang seats, these are kind of junk, but this is my workshop. All this stuff isn't me. That's me, yep, I did that. But the rest of the stuff, all that stuff, that was already here. Sliding barn doors, which of course I don't have the key, there in my truck, and my wife has my truck. But I finally got the paint rack out of the van. One of them. The other one, I need actual tools. They're outside of the van. Tow truck driver didn't really get it in the spot I wanted to. I wanted it on the on the concrete and not in the mud hole, but I'll pull it out eventually. It's fine where it's at. This is my daily driver, 95 BMW 325i convertible. Not an M3, but has M3 front bumper, glass headlights, angel eyes, HIDs, see BBS style 5s. redone, relipped, polished. Waiting to get the faces powder coated because that is not done by me, but that is some cheap rattle can paint that is driving me crazy. I painted the calipers red. Just put new tires. I got a box of parts waiting to go on just because I'm busy at the shop. That's why I only get 20 minutes to work on the van. But I got new front control arms, inner and outer tie rods, new rear hubs. It's got new coilovers already, but I don't like them, so hopefully I can get some BC racing coilovers. It's got the LED tail lights. I do have exhaust in the barn, waiting to get that put on too. Needs a new top. Waiting on that too. I got the new convertible motors, but I didn't order the top yet. Waiting on that. But here's my other barn. Plan on redoing it. It's got cool old stuff on it too. This used to be a horse barn because this is all my property. It's a kid's pool. Random doghouse that's not ours. Old tenant had a bunch of dogs. But in the barn, I got all my cool car stuff as usual. My giant grill. But it's from my 240 build. Coolant reservoir. My JDM dash for the 240. Staying out of the weather, out of the car, which is kind of stuck in my in-laws' house. Wood for a chicken coop that my wife wants to make that I'm trying to avoid. But here's the exhaust I come to show you. I was picking between these, Euro dual tip, or my Vibrant muffler that I had on my 8th Gen Civic that sounded great. So I'm probably gonna go with this 3-inch all the way back. Get it welded on. Here's my 302 I pulled from the Mustang, and Flowmaster mufflers. I'm probably going to repurpose those to go in the van, but this is a spare 302 either to go in the van, which is over there through my busted barn side, or I'll probably just keep that 302 and put it in the Explorer that I got sitting at the shop. Back of the house, super dirty. Been so busy, I think I might actually pressure wash the house. But back to the van. Got all the headlights. I wanted to take the grill out to assess some of this rust up under here, because I want to make some cool hand-built panels to go back here. Battery box, probably gonna relocate the battery to the very back. All this brake stuff doesn't look new, but it's new. I got a new modern radiator, which nothing's wrong with that one, but as you can see, I wouldn't trust it on a 6-hour drive to Gatlinburg. Everything works though. Only reason why it's not running and driving is because my starter died at the shop. I got the starter rebuilt and I ended up getting it towed here so I can start on doing the cool stuff. Finally, restoration. It was going to be a mobile mechanic vehicle for my shop, but I got so busy, and now I'm changing the outlook of my shop to not really be more auto body and not as much mechanic work. So I won't really need a mobile mechanic vehicle. So me and the wife are going to change it to be a 2-person camper. I say 2-person because we have 5 kids, and why in the world would I try to fit 5 kids in the old supervan if I didn't have to? Okay, let's see if I can get the door open. But yeah, super big in here. Now that I got that wood piece out. This blue, I was keeping this because I thought I was going to make templates to go ahead and redo this siding, but I'm going to take all this down so I can insulate it behind here and then make probably nice decorative wood panels, taking some notes from the tiny home builders and space saving techniques. But right here I'm probably going to do speakers speakers there, because I watched a video on YouTube the other night. This guy put a projector in his. It was cool and all, but I want to go max out his situation. You know, he put a projector. I want to put a projector and surround sound. So I'm gonna put like a sub somewhere, or a few, and put the projector whenever we're put a projector, probably a sheet to come down right there, right in this area. So we're back here in the bed, and the subs probably be under the bed, and the projector be right there. I mean, the projector be right here somewhere, and then project onto the sheet that's right here, so we can watch movies while we're wherever we are, and we can be inside a van instead of in a tent camping. And I'm still contemplating putting some sort of rack on top to put luggage in, or spare whatever, just so it don't clutter up the van. But I think I'll make enough storage up high, which of course you still got a deal to get in here. It's not a pop top van or nothing like that, but I don't want to take away from the cool old van look. But I'll check back in tomorrow, see if I can get some more of this blue stuff off, see how that goes.